Now, as we were talking about, it's not only the equipment what we are using to detangle or demat. This guy is only to finding them. This guy is for working on them and removing the tangles and mess. So it's not only the equipment, but the way we are using it, and depending on the level of how tangled or matted the coat is. So let's take a look what could be going on your doodle's coat. So you're gonna be able to get a better understanding of whether you can open them up with a brush, how you can find them with a comb, and whether you need to use a shear to cut in the mat or just get them removed right away. So let's see. I call this the Hairvloution. It's basically the evolution of tangles and mats. So you're gonna better see what's going on your doggy. Now this is the easy part because we are dealing with a skin color which is black and the coat is white. Most of the times you're gonna see the same either black and darker coat, black skin or darker skin and darker hair, or light colored skin like pink and light colored coat. So it's going to be the same color all over the place. So obviously that's a little bit trickier in those cases, but you nevertheless going to be able to find what's going on. Let me move this guy a little bit closer so it's going to be easier to see. So on this end you see the hair tangle free and mat free, nicely brushed out, combed out. You can see through the coat. Now you can check whether you can see through the coat when you grab a blow dryer and just blow dry your doggy out. And in case you can see anything crazier we're gonna talk about, then you can just comb or brush your doggy out. This guy is already developing little tangles. It's not crazy, but you can see the shapes. This is the same color all over. There are darker shades, darker waves in the bunch of hair. So stuff is going on in here. This is the situation where I do not recommend the brushes with the little balls on the tip of the pins, because when the little balls will get stuck in there, then your doggy will react and show sensitivity signs. So use a brush, this little brush, to get these removed. This guy, you see, it's trickier by the skin, and you can see the sign, the more solid white waves in the middle. So we really need to pay attention to the base of the hair. Let me come even a little bit closer. We really need to pay attention to the base of the hair, because serious stuff can happen in case we give a doggy a bath around this time. If you take a look at the next one, you can see that it's not only one single little tornado developing, that's how I like to call them, but it's a thicker one. It's thicker by the base, and it's getting thicker lower, and it's getting narrower by the end, but it's still a little tornado there. We really need to jump on the doggy to brush the coat out and not give a bath at this stage, because it's gonna ruin the full coat and it's gonna result in a short shave for your doggy. Now, this is already matted by the base, right there. And you really need to pay attention, and you need to open this up super gently. I'm gonna talk about how you can troubleshoot this with the brush. Because in case you jump on with a comb to this one, the pin of the comb will get stuck in here, right there. And it's gonna pull the skin so much that your doggy will bite for it. Because it's not just getting stuck at some point, it gets stuck right there. And whenever you're applying pulling there, your doggy will hate it. I would too. So here it's a bad situation. In case your doggy has a lot of these on their coat, then most of the groomers won't bother detangling it and just give a short shave. Especially in case they are dealing with many doggies a day, and it's more like quantity than quality. These can be opened up with crazy amount of brushing. Usually when this is the situation with my clients, I tell them like, okay, we need to split up the appointment. Today is going to be all about detangling and dematting, and I'm not going to do anything else beyond the face, feet, and fanny trim and this one, 2 hours. And whenever this is the situation, we talk about a shorter shave in case the doggy is not really happy about detangling. Sometimes they get so bored and they may have bad experiences that they're not going to cooperate. So on a doggy who is not really happy about dematting because they just can't handle how much time it needs, then we go with a shorter shave. And that's going to be pretty short because the skin is very close to the matted part, so that's going to be kind of a red cut in case we go with a short shave. This one here, you can see, and I love this one, the Doodle Mom was working amazing on about 70% of the hair. They put a lot of effort in there and they missed the base of the hair, which is really, really problematic because whenever the base is not brushed, the whole work just goes into the trash. Because when we can open this up, even if this one is perfectly brushed out and totally loose and tangled and mat free, the base is not, especially on that thick base, matted. Now it's only one single mat, so in case it's only in a few locations like armpit and butt area or tail, or maybe behind the ears, and they are this tiny, once we snip them out, then they're not going to be visible. But in case there are many, many of these and we need to snip them off, then it's going to be visible on the coat and you're going to end up with a holy dog.